Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Pirates will kick it away to start. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Garbers. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
He has the first and still on his feet. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Scanning the field, it's Hauser. Working the middle, it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He makes a grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Hauser. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And off to Jones. At the 40, there he goes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Running behind that left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's taking the shot. And it's caught inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy, let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll test the right side. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13.
Brings up second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Hauser. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, East Carolina. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll go to the counter. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Garbers. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes his connection. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Carolina sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Get set.
Dropping back, it's Hauser. Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. He's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. Fires it. Complete downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, ECU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
To the air, it's Garbers. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Pirates. The defense with the scoop and score. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. To the air, it's Garbers. Sends it downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, UCLA.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It is perfect.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Coming out with it, it's right. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming.
UCLA
Penguins will kick it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for it all. On target to the left. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Fair catch called for and made. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Comes out throwing on first down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never develops.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Garbers. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA! And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy can win on that play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, East Carolina. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A+ level week in and week out.
To the air, it's Garbers. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Man, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down.
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense? You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Touchdown, ECU! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a second and 2. He'll try it again. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking for space, it's Harden. Breaks the tackle.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Now they'll run the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, East Carolina 49, UCLA 24.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCLA.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, it's Garbers. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, ball spotted at the 12.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Let's go.
On the move, it's Harris. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Pirates line it up with a 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Ready.
2nd and goal for the offense. Headed outside for the line. It's Harris. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A run for the quarterback. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Right back to the well. Just steamrolling the defense. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Bruins. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Back to the ground game on the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but you listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late, that's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.